Alright, so this question comes over from Ian at Stack Overflow. Pretty much what his question is saying is he's got a 2000 by 2000 image, relatively large. That he wants to scale down using CSS to decrease the load time. He wants to scale down to about a 16 by 16 image. Problem is the load time isn't going down. Alright, so here is the reason why, Ian, you're having a problem is, let's take a look at this. For my example, I'm using fat chicks because who doesn't love a fat chick? So here's the image down here. Alright, we have a relatively large image, as you can see over here, 2480 by 3508 pixel dimensions, and the overall size is 3.6 megs, as opposed to a scaled down version at no more than 16 pixels, and it is 4 kilobytes total. Drastic decrease in size. So we're going to use these two as an example: the original large one that Ian has, and the one that he wants to use for CSS. But we'll describe why. So going over to the code. All right, we've got just a small piece of HTML right here, just to show the example. Is we've got standard HTML body, but then we have an image using fatchicklarge.jpg and fatchicksmall.jpg. All right, so we're gonna load both these images. As you saw before, they're completely different pixel dimensions. One's just completely scaled down. All right, so going over to this example, as you can see, I've already loaded it. Extremely fat chick. That's disgusting. And down here you've got the tiny chick. All right. So let's do a refresh right here. All right. And this is Firebug right here. If you know nothing about Firebug, stop this video. Stop everything you're doing with your life. Whatever you need to do. If you're a web developer and you don't know anything about Firebug, go Google it right now, install it, and learn it. For all of you who know what I'm doing so far, you need to check this out. Alright, so the first request that we have right here is the fat.html. That's the HTML page that we were getting. After that, we have fatchick-large and fatchick-small. Alright, you can see right here is the file size 3.3 megs as opposed to 18.1 kbs. But looking on the timeline, they're relatively the same. That is because I've already ran this test before. And pretty much, these are already cached. So we're going to go up to our developers toolbar, miscellaneous, clear private data, clear cache. Let's refresh it and see the results that we get. No shit. Look at that. All right. So about the same time for fat.html, just the HTML text that we ran across the server. Remind you that it is locally. So these values are going to vary even more drastically on a remote server. All right, 270 milliseconds. Doesn't sound like much, but like I told you, when you've got multiple people trying to view your site and you're on a remote server, it's gonna damage it a lot more as opposed to 1 millisecond. So what's the deal here? You've got this large image that has to travel across the wire right here. All right. And then you've got this tiny one over here. This one is naturally smaller because it's just a smaller size. So what do you do when you have a thumbnail and you want a larger image? It sucks, I know, but you've got to make 2 images. All right, you've got this drastically large one right here. That's your first image, and then you've got your thumbnail. So whenever you're displaying any kind of image that's supposed to have a larger image associated with it, you need to make 2 versions. All right, the first one needs to be a thumbnail version, whatever size that might be, 16 by 16, 30 by 30, 50 by 50, 100 by 100, whatever. And then you need to have the HD one as well too. All right. What this allows you to do is you can load. Think about Twitter. Think about Twitter, and you've got your Twitter stream. Is that they always use the avatar icons because they're a lot smaller. They save on bandwidth. What are the chances that you look at an avatar at a Twitter search? You come up with 100 results, and you need all of those 100 results to display the full HD image. Not going to happen. All right. You might need to view a few of them at their full HD image, but most of them are going to be tiny ones. You're going to save on bandwidth. Overall, the page speed is going to be a hell of a lot quicker. So whenever you need to develop a thumbnail and a larger image, You need to make 2 of them, especially for fat chicks. Have a good night.